Hello to everyone that has been watching previously. I haven't made a video for a long time. It's probably been 2 or 3 months. With all this COVID stuff that's been going on, it's just been a really bad time to make more videos. A lot of my content was based on track work and just generally going out to the track, working on the car. There just hasn't been a lot of opportunities to do that at the moment, just with everything that's been going on. So this is just a bit of a, I guess, recap on what I've been doing over the past couple of months, what's been going on with the 34, and today we're just going to cruise around. It's Sunday at the moment, both got the day off, so just going to cruise, enjoy having the day off, go see some places, probably meet up with a few friends, see what they're all up to, and we'll bring you guys along for the journey. So we've got a new set of coilovers to go in. We bought probably a month and a half ago. They're just a set of ready rear fork type coilovers for the 34. I've got them sitting in the workshop at the moment. I'm just looking for a new set of bushers. The top bushers are bad on them and I don't want to put them in just to pull them out again. So I'll be looking for some new bushers and trying to hunt some down at the moment. They're just hard to get because they're a discontinued item. So once I can get those, I'll be putting those in, and they have adjustable dampening. So currently we've just got a set of lowered springs just on standard shocks, which makes it sit a lot lower, but the springs are quite stiff, just being cheap springs. So we'll be doing a bit of an upgrade and putting in those coilovers just to soften things up a bit, because the car's quite bouncy at the moment, if that makes sense. So
I'm sure they can see by what I'm recording.
Definitely see, but at the moment it's a bit bumpy. And at the track as well is another example. You see this car, I drive it to work every day, but I also take it to the track every now and then. And one issue that I have is if the ground is uneven at all, it'll be really bouncy and it'll kind of jump up, lose traction, and then come back again, which more than anything is pretty unsafe, because if you're driving to work or something like that, and you decide to give it a bit of a stab, you hit a little bump in the road and then you kind of come back down again, especially with the open diff in the 34. It's really unpredictable. So I'll go up on a bump, it'll rev out and it'll lose traction, and then it'll come back down and gain traction again, and it'll just keep doing that because of how bouncy it is. So hopefully with their new coilovers I can get it on one of the softer settings. It's got plenty of adjustment, height adjustment as well, so I'll be able to dial in the adjustments right where I want them. I'll be looking into getting a set of rear camber arms as well at the moment, after we put on some new rims, which everyone hasn't seen yet. I haven't done a video on it, but later on today we'll just do a bit of a walk around and show you what's changed on the car. Mainly just the wheels, but we've gone down to a 17, so we were on 18s with the XXRs, and we've gone with a set of Rotor Grid R in the 17 size. There's a lot of mixed opinions on rotors, but I've used them in the past and haven't had any issues with them. They've just got some cheap Kumo tyres on the moment, which do the job, funnily enough. They're only a 235 tyre, but they do the job quite well. I haven't had many problems with them, but I will be upgrading to a 255 tyre in the rear, probably a Falcon tyre or something along those lines, possibly a semi-slick, just to really dial in that grip in the rear. And like I was saying, those camber arms will help again with that. I want to bring my camber back out again, so I actually have more tyre on the road. Currently the natural camber of this car is quite aggressive, so we do have a fair bit of camber, which you will see a bit later on. And I want more grip rather than less. I'm more focused on getting the car to grip up rather than look good from the outside. So probably get those coilovers in, lower it down a touch, pull the camber out, and then hopefully it'll sit well and drive a lot nicer, just to get rid of that bumpy kind of feeling. It's when you're driving, it's uncomfortable. It's annoying. It's, you're trying to have a leisurely drive and you're just bumping all over the place. So hopefully it'll make drivability a bit being produced wasn't really up to the standard I was hoping for. So hopefully this video will be a bit of a change from what we've previously been able to get out, but we'll have to wait and see. So we just stopped off to get some drinks. Ashley's on the Monsters because she's off her chops. I'm on the Powerades because I'm a sporting fanatic. Not really, but we are going back home again because it has been very cold over the last few days and it has all of a sudden got very hot. So Ashley needs to get a cooler shirt because she's wearing a jumper. So we're going all the way back home again. All the way back.
Stop!
We've got a long way to go back now.
It's literally like 10 minutes.
So we're halfway to where we needed to be, but now we've got to go all the way back just to go get a shirt.
And pants.
And pants. And then going back out again. We're actually going to meet up with James, a good friend of mine. Funny story, he actually bought my old car. So I used to have a WRX before I had the Skyline. The fully built motor and everything. The STI 207 bottom end. Just to name a few things that were done to it. It was a big money build, and I just got sick of it. I kind of did the build, it cost me a lot of money, and I wanted to move on to the next thing. So I moved on to Skyline, and he bought my old car, so it all worked out well. I've been really happy knowing the car's gone to someone who looks after it, and that it's someone that I know and I can go look at the car, so I'll be able to show you guys kind of a walk around of that car as well. I'll take that opportunity to give you a bit of a walk around on what's been going on with the Skyline. But yeah, we'll go have a look at his car, and I think he's doing some work to it today, so I might be able to give him a hand. So take two, back on the road again. Now with some more appropriate clothing for the weather. So like I was saying, we're on our way to go see James and the WRX. And I think he was saying we've got a bit of work to do to his wastegate. I think his wastegate's failed, so we're going to go we are fixing your wastegate.
Yes, we are.
Because you fucked it.
Well, sold to me fucked.
Ooh. Ooh. Got me there. So today we're going to put this wastegate on the turbo, because who was it that said yours is bad?
The Subaru doctor. So I'm meant to be on, I'm tuned to 18 pound, and I'm currently spooling to around 23, and it is not good. And my engine's going to go boom soon, so I'm going to get it fixed, and then get it turned down a bit, and then get some injectors and a fuel pump, and then turn it back up.
Oh, sweet. So what is this one? This is out of a VL, is it? VL
Yeah.
Turbo.
Yep, that's it.
So we're going to modify this to fit. We're going to cut a bit of the thread off to match it up. We've got another one sitting here, which is out of a, what was it, VF38?
VF28.
28. So similar kind of thing to what's currently on it. So we can kind of base that off what length we need, cut that one to size, and then being a universal bracket, we can just mount it where it needs to go, and then try to figure out what size spring is actually in it, and then go from there. Hopefully we can fix all the overboosting problems.
That's it.
Let's get it. Look at this mechanic. Is it done yet?
Are you qualified? I'm pretty sure you're not qualified to do this.
That's it, I think. I hope.
Yeah, pull it off.
I think that's what Ash is for filming, so you can do the work.
I mean, this is true.
Oh shit!
This is a great start. We're doing well. So that is what we are pulling off. Wastegate actuator. To get to that, we're just going to pull off the top mount intercooler, like you would have been seeing us taking 20 minutes to pull it off. So we're going to pull that out of the way, and I'll just free up some space. Should be 3 8mm bolts on the back holding the main bracket in, and then there'll be a little circlip holding the actuator to the turbo. So we'll pop that off, measure it up, compare it to our spare one off the VL, match it up, cut it to size, and then we should just be able to mount it straight back up with a universal bracket. So that is our top mount out. It's a bit of a wiggle because you've got multiple hoses to come off. You've got your throttle body coupler that has to be undone, and then you've also got your inlet pipe to the turbo that has to be undone. So it's a bit of a wiggle. A couple of people can just wiggle it out of the way. So now that's off, we've got our mounting bolts down on the back of the actuator. So we'll pop those off and get this measured up. So that little clip there is what holds that wastegate on. It's just a little U-clamp that holds on the bottom of the wastegate down here. So now that will just slide right out of its hole.
I think it's bent.
That screw you gave me is right there.
Sweet. So this is the wastegate actuator that we've pulled off, and you can see that little notch on the end there isn't actually a part of this VL one. So we would have had to use a bolt to make it fit and stuff around with it a fair bit just to make it fit. So we had another one lying around which was out of the VF28. So we've put that in, had to make some slight modifications to the mounting holes that are a little bit too small. So I drilled those out to be a touch bigger, and now we've mounted that all up. So we're going to whack the intercooler back on and see if it's made any difference. Did you scrape my bumper? Did you curve any wheels?
No.
Alrighty, so we've got the wastegate in. We're just going to go for a run up the road and just check everything out, make sure it's boosting all right, make sure everything feels all good, and then we're just going to do a few little videos and stuff once we're up at Hinns Dam. So it's about a 20-minute drive, so I might get a few clips in up on the way. But yeah, we'll just make sure everything works as it should. On our way back home now. Couldn't end up sorting out the problem with the WRX. We've got something else we're going to try tomorrow. We're just going to swap over some vacuum lines, just because we were still running through the boost controller. So for now we're going to run off wastegate boost, so we're just going to change some lines around just so we're running off the spring in the wastegate actuator. So I'll have a fiddle around with that. Hopefully everything will be good. Then we can just save the turbo for a bit longer. Yeah, once that's set up, bit of further diagnosis, probably drop it off to the Subaru doctor and see what he has to say about it, and pretty much go from there. Thanks for watching if you got this far. It's been a while since I made a video, but just wanted to get this out. This is a bit of an update on what's going on. Obviously you saw some little snippets of the 34, and yeah, we got a good chance at test out the camera. We did run out of charge, so we had to get a fair bit of footage on the GoPro. Just be able to see those different kind of mixes between footage. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully next week we're going to be doing a bit of a showcase on James's WRX, which is the red one you saw today. So we'll see you then.